Ever since I was a kid, I hated trucks. So now, I got one. What is happening, guys? So I know a few weeks back I made a video about the FJ Cruiser and about how I'm not going to buy that yet because I have something else coming, and you're probably looking at this and hoping that this is not it, but I will explain that later. I also wanted to clarify about the comment I made at the beginning of the video about how this is a pickup truck or a truck. It is not a truck, in my opinion. It says truck on the back for the license plate, but it's literally a car with a bed. So take that for what it is. So if you do not know what this is a 2005 Subaru Baja, and specifically this is a Subaru Baja Turbo. So it has a 2.5 boxer engine with a turbo on it, and it also has a manual, which is the exact specifications of what I wanted for a Baja because they're kind of ugly. So, you know, you want to get the best of the ugly version. You know what I mean? A few years back, I noticed these on the road and I thought they were super ugly. Honestly, I kind of started to like them. I still think they're super ugly, but I think there's stuff you can do to it to make it look cool. And obviously right now you can see body panels are off, there's rust. I was starting to work on it and I was like, oh shoot, I should probably make a video about this. And at the time of recording this, I got this a week ago over in Pittsburgh, PA. It's taken me honestly quite a few months to find one of these, and I've seen a lot of Bajas, but I've seen a lot of Baja Sports, Baja base models, stuff like that, and even a lot of turbos, but none were manual, surprisingly. So that was one specification I wanted. Like I said, I wanted a turbo and I wanted a manual. So I finally found it, and it's a little bit of a rust bucket right now, and that's typical Subaru. So there's three reasons why I wanted to get this thing. And the first one is I wanted a new daily. As you saw, my daily was a Cobalt that I redid about, I want to say 2 years ago. And it was fun on high school. It's still fun to drive, but it's just not practical anymore. And it's just very small. So I want to get something a little bigger. And the second reason would be that it's weird. And you guys probably already know that I love weird vehicles. I mean, look at this thing, look at the FJ. They're just kind of weird. And I guess you could say they're impractical, but you know, it's still fun. The third and final reason why I bought this thing is a reason you guys are probably gonna hate me for, but I wanna take this thing camping, and not just like normal camping. I wanna like take it off-road camping. Now, obviously it's never gonna be as capable as the FJ or any other vehicle like that, but I wanna make it capable to go off-road camping and do some solo camping, something that's a little smaller, something that's a little bit more fuel efficient and fun to drive. And that's the reason I got it. So what do I have to do to make this thing more capable? And the first thing is obviously make this thing road legal. And the reason that is, well, one thing, you can see the rust here, which that doesn't matter as much, but I'm still going to fix that. But there's actually frame rust right above the subframe that I need to fix and replace. But as you can see, I've started tearing this thing apart, trying to find any rust I can so that I can fix it. And the second big thing that I'm gonna start working on is a lift. And obviously I don't wanna go too high of a lift because I still want it to drive sort of like a car. So right now I'm thinking a 2-inch lift, a little bit bigger tires, and just enough to keep it up a little bit. And once the lift is done and the wheels are done and stuff like that and the rust, I just want to do some double checking on the engine because this thing does have 200,000 miles on it and it drove home fine. It was a 5-hour drive from Pittsburgh to here, but I want to make sure that I don't need head gaskets or a new turbo or anything like that. So I'm gonna have that checked out. And then this thing's actually gonna get painted. I'm gonna paint it. I don't know what color yet. I'm thinking some sort of gray, because I hate these stupid side panels, because on all Bajas, they're a different color. There's some that aren't, but most are a different color. And I want that taken care of. So I'm just gonna repaint the whole car, because there's some dings and scratches that I wanna fix also. And then the next thing I wanna do is I wanna take a look at the interior and start probably ripping that out and cleaning it out, because there was a dog in here at some point, so some of the vinyl's like scratched up and the seats are a little messed up. So I wanna fix that and, you know, do a deep clean of the whole car to make it feel a little bit more newer than it is, because it's really old. So those right there are the short-term goals of this vehicle. Probably within the next few months it's going to be done, but I have a lot of long-term goals, and one of the big things is I eventually want to put a rooftop panel on this thing, and that's going to require some extra work, because this roof, as you can see, is not big enough to do a normal rooftop tent. So I want to build off a cage in the back and have some like storage compartments back there, and build a cage that goes the whole length, maybe like a basket roof rack, to be able to put a tent on, but also store other items if needed. But obviously there's a lot you can do with that roof rack. I want to do Baja lights, I want to do some storage areas up top too, and you know, just kind of fit it out to work for camping. And one of the last big things I want to do long term is do like a brush guard or something up front that I can mount more lights to, and possibly a winch if needed, which at this point I don't think that's needed, but if I find that is needed, then I'll do that. So basically that is it for the short-term goals and the long-term goals. And obviously there's a lot to do between those big goals, and there's gonna be a lot of stuff I have to do to this thing to get there, but I'm really excited to get this thing on the road, get it lifted, get it painted, do all that fun stuff. And yeah, I'm just excited to see where this project goes. But don't be mad, this vehicle will not take over the channel. The FJ and the Scout will definitely be on here, probably the most, especially this first year as I'm getting this thing built up. And you can find all the updates for this thing on my Instagram, which would be Outbound Intent, or my personal Instagram, which is B_Sensenig. So hop on there, give it a follow, and also give this video a like and comment what you want to see done to the Baja. And if you think it's ugly, tell me that. If you think it's cool, tell me that. I don't care what you think, because I'm excited to start working on it. So yeah, hit the subscribe button. See you in the next one. So that is basically it for the short-term